Black Ops 7 beta concluded 3 weeks ago, and we are now on the road to Black Ops 7. And in the Black Ops 7 beta, we saw the likes of multiplayer showcasing the best of the best. From the movement to the weapons and the thrilling map design. To the first ever Black Ops Zombies beta. Not on day one though, but it ends 2 days early. Fuck it, run it through the whole weekend. But furthermore, Treyarch has been listening with ears wide open. But is it too late? Black Ops 7 could be the most community-driven game we have ever gotten, but the hype isn't there. Why is that? Let's get into it. If you like what I do, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe. And don't forget, it's all free and it takes just a couple seconds. I would greatly appreciate it if you did all of that. Thank you. Black Ops 7 has faced an uphill battle since the moment it got announced, and it's hard to feel bad for Activision and Treyarch in that regards. After 2 back-to-back Modern Warfare games, Activision should have had a foresight to see that 2 back-to-back Black Ops games was not the way to go. The hype for Black Ops 6 was understandable, because the gap between Cold War and Black Ops 6 was roughly 4 years apart, and the last time we actually had a numbered Black Ops title before Black Ops 6 was Black Ops 4, which released in 2018. So when you take in the fact that Black Ops 6 was the first numbered title since Black Ops 4, and the simple fact we've had a 4-year gap of no Black Ops games, it's not hard to see why Black Ops 6 actually had some hype. Now you fast forward a year later, we got Black Ops 7, and I want you all to sit for a moment and think about that for a little bit. Black Ops 7 almost sounds comical in the way, especially a year after Black Ops 6. Then you gotta take up the fact that Battlefield 6 is out, and it actually seems like it's what the people want. So with all that being said, Treyarch is pushed against the wall. However, this time, they're actually listening. No skill-based matchmaking. More casual COD classic feel with the gameplay. More relaxed, more casual. You ain't gotta fucking sweat and bust your balls. And this is the biggest game changer for them, and I'm really glad they heard people out on this one. And the maps, focusing more on the classic 3-lane structure that people love. I personally don't love it, but hey, majority of the people do. But with all these things I listed and Treyarch listening to all of the complaints that this game has had, where's the hype? This right here is just a case of too little too late. Why are we now listening when our back is against the wall? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Because in reality, they could have done this years ago. They could have done this last year. They could have done this with Modern Warfare 2. And then even with all these great changes that Black Ops 7 is bringing to the table, at the end of the day, feels like something that could have been in Black Ops 6. And I feel like if it was just simply $30 to $40 DLC expansion to Black Ops 6, that would have been much better than what we're getting right now being sold to us as a new game. All of this is why this game just doesn't have any hype. So anyways, what's my actual first impressions of the Black Ops 7 multiplayer beta? Well, the experience to me became really fantastic when the open mosh pit playlist came to be, which was the no skill-based matchmaking. That instantly made the game more fun. And then we have the weapons. The weapons feel good, the gunplay feels amazing, but that's kind of like bare minimum Call of Duty stuff. I feel like gunplay and the customization, the gunsmith and the creative class, that's all expected for Call of Duty, and I feel like if you fuck that up, you might as well quit. And when it comes to the score streaks, I only really fucked around with the RCXD, the Gravemaker, and the spy planes. I'm sad to see the RCXD just is simply pathetic to use. It's not really fun at all, and it's not even worth running because the fucking thing doesn't even drive that well, and it's big, clunky, and even with the speed boost, it's not that much of a difference. I don't know, the RCXD it's washed at the end of the day. The Gravemaker is my favorite score streak, an OP wallhack sniper rifle. What is not to love about that? It fits the theme of the game perfectly, and it's just broken as fuck, fun to use. This is what I love about Call of Duty kill streaks. This shit is it right here, and I'm probably gonna run this the whole year. It's different and fun. Then there's the overclock systems, which I haven't really fucked around with. I don't even know if I really understand it that well. I mean, I'm sure I do. I just haven't really fucked around with it, and that's something you could probably see in my full-on review for Black Ops 7 probably next month or so when the game comes out. And then with the multiplayer side of things, Treyarch just came out with the dev talk, listing all the perk changes, further communicating different changes they're going to do throughout the year. And I hope this is something they keep up with for the entire year. So obviously, like I said, it's great they're listening. It's great they're doing all these things. So I hope that momentum keeps going. I don't really have much to say about the Black Ops 7 Zombies beta, and that's mainly because there really isn't much to say about it. What we got to experience with the Black Ops 7 beta was really just the farm survival map, giving us a taste of what Black Ops 7 has to offer. And honestly, my concerns with zombies this year, I don't really have too many. I don't think there's really any problems with zombies as a whole, and I don't think with people's concerns about Black Ops 7 this year, I don't think it has anything to do with the zombies mode. I think zombies is mostly going to keep the momentum it had from Black Ops 6. So let's get into my personal first impressions about Black Ops 7 Zombies. My first impressions is just like that with the rest of the game. This is something we could have had with Black Ops 6. This does not feel like an entirely new experience or new game at all. It just feels like Black Ops 6. And that's not really a bad thing at all. I think more Black Ops 6 is okay. I just wish that was taking place inside Black Ops 6 and not being sold to me as a brand new game. So I feel like we could have done better in this regard, but it is what it is. We can't change it. This is what Activision wants to do. Not much you could do about it. So I can only judge it based off of what Black Ops 7 is. For what it is, the gameplay is fine, just like it was in Black Ops 6. Feels pretty good. I can't wait to play the whole map at launch. Some of the changes they've made has to do with like power-ups, and I think it has something to do with the rotation, or like, I'm not really sure. I know it works a certain way and it's worked a certain way since like War at War. Black Ops 7 is kind of weird in that regards. They just throw many power-ups to you at once, especially in the later rounds. In the early rounds, it seems like power-ups are a rare thing. All in all, I don't really know how to feel about this. I think on one hand, it could make the early rounds more difficult in a way, but at the same time, it just gives you diet power vacuum in the later rounds. So we'll have to see how it plays out in launch with the full experience and everything, but I don't really know how to feel about it right now. And with the survival map, we have gotten a taste with some of the enemies, and one of those enemies includes the Ravager. I really enjoy this enemy. I feel like it's the most unique enemy type that we've had in quite some time, especially in the special rounds. It feels like there's a certain level of punishment, especially if you don't kill the Ravager in time. You could just not get a max ammo at all. I really enjoy that. I'll take a deep dive into that with the full review later this year. As of right now, my first impressions on the Ravager is pretty good. Then we have the Zombie Bear, or whatever the fuck his name is. I like this guy purely based on the visuals and the fact that we're fighting a fucking bear. That's pretty badass. Fits the theme of the map. But in terms of gameplay, I don't really feel anything at the moment. It just seems like your run-of-the-mill big baddie. That's fine, I guess. But other than that, in terms of like actually fighting the motherfucker, doesn't really feel that special or different. But visually, and the idea of fighting a zombie bear is pretty badass. Then we have the trap. I love the trap. The trap of this map so far is pretty fucking phenomenal. I love the creepy and eerie sounds this fucking thing makes when you activate it. And it's a fucking beast, which is why it's a shame it got nerfed, according to Treyarch in their dev talk. Not really a fan of that. I would have kept it the way it was. I really don't see anything wrong with trap strategies. That's how it was back in the day. And I wouldn't really mind reviving a certain strategy like that in modern days. Why not? But all in all, I love the visuals. I love the sounds. Pretty fucking awesome. You can't go wrong with it. They've been on a banger run with traps in the last year. All in all, I'm glad we got this dev talk video here recently because I was gonna go hard on the HUD. I think the heads-up display, or at least the base version, is abysmal dog shit. And I know we're getting different themes and shit like that, but I feel like the base version should be something pretty cool. It seems like we are gonna get something special and different. They're gonna announce it later on. I'm glad they addressed that criticism, so I had a whole thing planned, or a whole little rant before that video got released, but yeah, I'm cool that they addressed it. Happy about that one. But all in all, that's really what I got to say about Black Ops 7 Zombies with the beta and what I experienced. First time ever we gotten a Zombies beta, so can't wait to play Ashes of the Dam in its entirety at launch. In conclusion, I think Black Ops 7 is going to be a very fine game, at least with multiplayer and zombies. I'm really glad that they have listened to the feedback with multiplayer, with no skill-based matchmaking and all that other jazz. I'm really glad Treyarch is listening with some of the HUD complaints. We'll see how it goes. I don't trust their good HUD designs yet, but I'm glad they're listening and addressing the HUD complaints, but they are listening to feedback, and that's commendable in a lot of ways. And I really wish they would have done that a lot earlier. Imagine if they would have done that with Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 6, when the hype was actually there. COD would be doing phenomenal, even more so than now. Call of Duty is its own biggest enemy, and a lot of people don't seem to realize that. I think Black Ops 7 is going to be pretty great. I think it has the potential, but I also think it's one of those cases, just like Infinite Warfare, where it came out at the wrong time. I hope I'm wrong, and I really do hope it succeeds, but it's just one of those cases where like doing 2 back-to-back games and coming out at the wrong time. It's an uphill battle, and that's what Treyarch has to fight, is that uphill battle. Anyways, that's all I got to say. What is your thoughts on Black Ops 7 beta? And what's your thoughts on Black Ops 7 as a whole? Are you excited for it? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.